is what we've been taught. This is what they've fed us. And when people leave the country, they say, because I saw that somebody left the country and they were saying, oh, she'll be back in 6 months. There's no other place that's greater than America. On the contrary, I've heard different things. Those things are mostly coming from either one, people who have an agenda to make sure that America looks great, or people who've never gone anywhere internationally. So for you, Lala, being that you're by country, I don't even know what you call it. You're not bi-coastal. You're by, you live in two different places. What does that look like for Black people internationally?
Well, first and foremost, I'm not going to generalize everyone, because wherever you go in this world, there's always going to be that asshole.
Oh,
period. I mean, just be honest. Wherever you go, there is going to be that one person that is going to have a problem with anybody outside of them. But for the most part, I can speak from travels with my husband and I performing around the world, also being in Portugal. I don't really see it here. Now, there is a discourse right now in Lisbon because of the housing and things of that nature. And there was something that did happen that was racial this past summer. But you do not get that very often here. In fact, learning the Portuguese language, I was in class with a lot of people from Italy, Spain, all over the world. And we were talking and laughing. And somehow we got on the topic of our license and our ID. They were absolutely shocked when I told them I have to put my race on my license. Nobody in Europe does that. So wow. It's simple little things like that you need to open yourself up. Yes, there's racism all across the whole world, but how some countries handle it is very interesting, because Portugal is number one when it comes to slavery and the slave trade. Okay?
Yeah.
Y'all should know that. And that's why people are like, Portugal. Well, let me tell you what, Portugal has also embraced that, and they include that in their history. They have monuments of that, and they acknowledge their part in history of what they have done. But because of that,
no president has ever apologized for slavery.
Girl, it didn't exist. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah.
It didn't exist. It was all illusion, right? No. But other countries do face up to it, and Portugal is one of those. There's a big Black presence here, and a lot has tapped into, of course, Africa and Cape Cod and all those things that they had tapped into. But there is a large Black presence here in the bigger cities.
Why did you choose Portugal as opposed to any other place in the world?
It felt comfortable. I mean, I grew up in little old Louisville, Kentucky. And I lived in the country, not in Louisville proper. So it feels like comfortable, like you wave at your neighbors. The babies don't have phones in their hands all daggone day. They're playing. They are playing on the playground, swinging and coming down slides and all those things. And people are just more friendly. And this is coming from places like I've gone to Italy, I've gone to France, I've gone to all those. And Spain gave me the worst problem ever. But Portugal doesn't feel that way. So let's not forget, they've not been out of dictatorship for very, very long either. It was early 70s when they had their last dictator.
So it's a democracy now.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before we go to the video, I do want to ask you this question that Jared brought up. If we agree that Black people build America, why should we leave if we built this place here?
I don't know if you watch the news or you're just getting insight on what's happening around us, but it just doesn't feel as healthy